He may just do so. He's done some of his best work on the European Tour outside of Germany. I know he's a German Darts Championship winner, but he likes playing a little bit far north as he's looking at double 16.
85.
Carroll.
Carroll requires 74.
Looking to equalise and might just need this.
Yeah, 20 for tops.
54.
Yeah, you feel already with Sedlacek that
16.
he is going to have to take those opportunities, because Pietreczko has given himself another cluster of darts here to get the job done, and once again finds the double 8 with his second dart.
That's a really good shot, and he's done it twice now. First leg. He's not the only one, because in the last 30 minutes, Gerwyn Price has withdrawn from this tournament, and Willie O'Connor is going to take his place. And weirdly, in all of the Dutch European Tour events that we've held over the last 13 years, the only person that Carroll's ever beaten or ever played against is Willie O'Connor in a Dutch European Tour event. Funny how that works. Ricardo looking for 4-0.
Well, he's got the 25 to leave 96. Gets the treble 20 to leave double 18 for 4-0.
85.
Apparently, he just wants to have shots at doubles with an 8 in them. However, this time, he could be stopped. Not quite.
Well, it nudged the wire.
Gardia require 36.
And Pietreczko will step back up at double 18 once again for a 4-0 lead, and another breaker throw. And this time, well, it's a 13 darter, and again on that occasion, looks like it won't happen for him this weekend. Pietreczko down to a finish.
158.
Albeit a very big one.
Not possible anymore.
97.
But he's done a pretty good job there.
141.
Shots on. He is very much hanging on the cliff edge now here in ROSMALEN. Ricardo couldn't get himself under 60, which means he might have to call on the semi-bull.
18s again. Found it before and finds it once again to wrap up the opening match of the day here in ROSMALEN. And I have to say, that was a very, very impressive way to start things off as well for Pikachu. A 6-1 winner against Czechia's #1, Karol Sedlacek. Not quite happening for him today.
But this is the point where you can kick on and maybe do something that you haven't done prior to this event.
He's going to stay there. No, he isn't. He goes over to the 18s. Hits it, 180 and a 174 in this leg for Wesseln Nimman. He might not even win it. Bullseye. And Berry's closer than he's been to the bull in this game, but not close enough.
Tremendous leg. Now another chance for Van Peer. And this is a double break opportunity. We saw Pietreczko go 4-0 up in our first game. Is Berry going to be one short of that? That marker is a perler. So well used. Berry's Army are very happy right now with a 3-0 lead.
Bit of resistance. Oh, hello. It's number 4 for Wesseln Nimman.
Well, I was wrong about that 180 count in this leg. This is a big shot. I know he's in front, but to stop the Nimman freight train, he could do with a 54. Oh, it's so close. Needed barbecue sauce. He got guacamole.
Double 16. That is an 11 darter. This is a charge from Nimman. 3-0 down, 13-13-11. Down to 155. Nimman, a ton 40 here, leaves him a 2 darter. Oh, it might be even better than that. It's number 5 for Nimman.
Very 155.
He throws those darts so violently. When he gets it right, it might as well have a whip sound with it.
102.
Is it going to be 20 for double 18 for 4-4?
Well, he tried. He's missed the 20 altogether. He's only going to get 1 dart at double. It is that double 18. And Wesseln Nimman has had darts to win every single leg of this match. Every single one of them.
So he could be 8-0 up.
He might be 5-3 down in a second.
We're getting very close to Richie Burnett territory here. Tops. That'll do. 5-3 up. And it could come to pass that Wesseln Nimman could lose this game 6-3 and could have won it 9-0. If he gets a 5th, he's going to be playing Peter Wright tomorrow.
80 score.
Nice and high. Needs to be nowhere near those 2 darts. That will do for Barry Vampire, who is going to get match darts. And this could well be the only leg of the entire match of 10 where Wesseln Nimman doesn't get darts to win it. He's given himself a chance. He's smiling because he thinks it's too little too late. It is half a dozen 180s for Wesseln Nimman. But it will not matter if Barry Vampire hits the double here.
The crowd don't want this game to end. It has to at some point. It either ends here or in the next leg. It might be in the next leg after all.
Worthley require 50.
Turns out that max from Nimman was not in vain.
A game that's been characterised by Wesseln Nimman's double missing. May turn on Barry Vampire's mismatched darts. Next door for double 8. It is found, and Wesseln Nimman, that is the first reaction we've seen from him pretty much all game. He has the darts. He has survived 3 for the match.
This has got to be really, really good, and he doesn't even get the single 20.
Needs a treble. Does not get it, and Barry Vampire unable to do what Nimman did in the previous leg and apply the pressure in case there's a mistake. Wesseln was there ready to pounce when the mistake came from Vampire. Again, nice and high. Doesn't matter if you hit tops.
41.
You know what, that's better than busting, but it's still not very good.
Could have gone for treble 12. Here we go again. We are firmly into the nitty-gritty. 1 point separates these 2 players after 10 3/4 legs.
Tops to win it. And Wesseln Nimman, when he really needed to hit the double, manages to do so. 11 legs played. He had darts to win every single one of them, but still had to survive 3 for the match from his countryman Barry Vampire. I mean, look at him. He should be hammering those darts into the board.
And he even looks a little bit wobbly on the release as well, just a little bit shaky. Whether it's the temperature, I mean, it is quite cool in here, I think, but maybe on stage it's not really showing.
136.
People might say it would be no surprise if he had tinkered with something, because his results on the Pro Tour this year haven't been great.
100.
Although
109.
came through qualifying for this and for Leverkusen as well next weekend. Lootman in position once again here for a 3-1 lead on double 18, and that is nicely tidied up. Righting the wrongs of the previous leg, I think, there.
Better from Vayig.
133.
133 is good, but even a 1 treble visit here from Lootman gets him to a better finish. Can he thread one through? Yes, he can. Excellent dart.
146.
Yeah, just giving Vayig something to think about here. Yeah, little deflection. I think it was way off anyway.
77.
I do think that it just feels a bit soft and loopy, that throw, and with those hard flights, any deflection, it's deflecting an awful long way away. It becomes very difficult for him to just group those darts together. Lootman has the treble and the single. Tops for 4-1. Back-to-back ton-plus finishes for Martin Lootman. Back-to-back 15 darters, and he is taking control of this game.
Yeah, decentish recovery from Lootman there. Vayig looking to impose himself, though, on the Lootman throw to try and just give himself something to work with, and he might well be doing that here.
140.
Ton 40 again gets him into position.
Real pro leg, this. Trio of ton 40s for Lucas Vayig. But Martin Lootman has left himself a double, albeit a tricky one. Double 12 for an 11 darter. That is head and shoulders the best leg of this game.
Well, Vayig must be wondering there.
That little flourish in leg 6 from Vayig, and he got a dart in the previous leg as well. But it has been Martin Lootman dictating terms for a lot of this game, and he leaves 1-3-2, and he doesn't even have to go on the bullseye when he returns. He'll come back thinking a ton is fine. Give myself multiple match darts at double 16. I've finished well, and a second round meeting with Martin Schindler will await.
Yep, he'll play his, well, I was going to say he'll play his percentages. He has gone for the bull 19s route, and here we go, back to the bull again, and he wasn't too far away. I really thought he would play his percentages there and go a little bit conservative, but why not give it a go? Vayig adrift.
Well, tidies this up, it doesn't matter. And he's got loads of time, so it doesn't matter anyway, does it? So Martin Lootman, big fat 9, double A. That is a very, very solid display from Martin Lootman. And Lucas Vayig acknowledges it.
That's quite a nice collection.
And he won a maiden PDC title in 2018 as well. In April of that year, beat Johnny Clayton 6-5 in the final of one of those Players' Championship events. Didn't really come as a surprise, I have to say, given that he had already made a couple of finals and semi-finals here and there as well.
He's always been super dangerous, but things have cropped up, gotten in his way. But he's still here. He's still on the stage, which means he now has another chance to kick on, albeit without a tour card.
Well, it was a 20-dart break of throw to get back on terms. This looks as though it's going to be a much cleaner leg for Dwan.
It's a gulf in the scoring stakes here.
100.
That's not bad from Ryan. He's only had 1-2 treble visit in this contest so far. He should be, and is 2-1 down. I think Ryan Joyce leaving 159 was one off right. I know I'm going to lose the leg, so I'll just leave a bogey number. But even scoring a ton was an addition to his output. If it continues the way it's going right now, Dwan will win this game.
When you say out of sync, why is that happening?
It might be hitting the bottom of the drilling at the top of the barrel. It might be just a little bit out of sync with the engineering. Could be anything, really. He might have a sleeve in 2 of them and not in 1. As long as it stays in, it doesn't matter. And he was almost on double 19 there.
98.
Well, what a steal that would have been, but as it is, Dwan with a chance to just edge back in front here. Topsy wants,
37.
and Topsy can't find. And Joyce poised, ready once again to step in and break for a second time to lead 3-2. Does not like that one bit. Little step over to the right-hand side of the oche to find a way through there. And no joy down that particular avenue either.
He's not finding himself in his preferred part of the board enough. And that's why Jeffrey Dwan is in the lead at 3-2.
Yeah, it was like a cast iron guarantee without over-promising anything. Joyce 4-3 in front, making a move once again with a 140. Excellent visit. Gets him in position on the Dwan throw. Slip up here from Jeffrey could be costly.
93.
Not really a slip up. But advantage Joyce. There's that loose stem again.
Can't find the 54 for 32.
97, Geoffrey 116.
Yeah, all across the age spectrum here today as well. Day one of this Dutch Darts Championship. Not happening here for Dwan, and another helping hand for Ryan Joyce once again. Double 4 for a 5-3 lead, and the first real significant daylight in this match. It's a double 1. He was in the madhouse, but he wasn't there long, and it's 3 legs on the spin for Ryan Joyce.
You might think it's very much 60 tops.
96.
But now that Jeffrey's on a finish, if this 60 isn't found, the next start will be fascinating. But he does get it.
Tops for the match for Ryan Joyce, and to breathe again and to fight another day.
60.
And that one was further away. 2 match darts come and go
20.
in this leg for Ryan Joyce.
And Jeffrey is one of the coolest customers in this sport. Very rarely emotional, but he wants to take this out very badly. Tops, they are perfect. Oh, that was just shy. I wouldn't be surprised if Ryan Joyce goes 8 double 16 here, but he's going to go tops.
Tops again. Still can't find a way through.
20.
And Ryan Joyce,
Geoffrey, you require 20.
astonishingly, has handed yet another opportunity to Jeffrey Dwan. 5 missed darts at double 20 in this leg for Ryan Joyce for the match. And Dwan has taken us into an 11th and final leg.
The safe play was 19s. The aggressive play was the 60. That's an aggressive play.
Wow.
That's going to be the last 180 of the match. And it's his first.
Well, that's a real fuel injection moment for Jeffrey Dwan. Ryan Joyce can't find the 154. The first start ended any remote prospect that he had. But Dwan here, having trailed 5-3, could pull off the upset.
How does he hit it? He doesn't. There have been 11 darts for this match. Collectively, from these two people, he's heartbroken. He thinks he's not going to win it after all. It's double 18 for Joyce. Well, the reaction at the end of this one, it's somewhat muted. What a contest. But if we can be simplistic, it's really nice to see Niels in a different bracket. He's usually in that Q School yo-yo bracket. He's in the 2-1-8, he's in the first leg bracket here.
$100 to Neoan 98.
Treble 20. Okay. Treble 18. Double 12. What an opening leg that is from Niels Zavvelt. 12 darts starts on home soil. Win on the Euro Tour so far this year.
Much better scoring here from Mario. He's got time on his side. Doesn't matter what Niels does here. Has played in this tournament before.
85, Mario 121.
Touch on that in due course. This is the right play. Double 18. It's exactly right. It's perfect. It's right in the middle. But he would lose out to Damon Hetter in the next round.
You just get the feeling there's not quite enough consistency to his game to really be making
100.
big waves, or not yet anyway, in PDC darts.
Plays the game in an old school way. He aims. Whereas these young bucks coming through, there's always a moving part, so their technique is a bit more fluid.
100, Mario 116.
And if this goes, it's 4-1, and Niels Zavvelt's in real trouble. It's not going to go.
42.
Something about 116, isn't it?
80.
Don't give him the second visit, Niels. Very well done.
From the fifth leg.
We saw on the face of Jeffrey Dwan how much he wanted to be part of tomorrow being on home turf. Zavvelt will feel the same, but he's maybe more prepared for this right now. He's feeling a bit more in as far as top-level dart is concerned.
Chances are he'll get a couple of visits, in fact. Oh, well, there's still a little chance. Yeah, there's still a little chance for Mario van der Behard.
They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, that old dog knows all the tricks. This is good.
84.
But now Mario has an opportunity because of his excellent approach work.
Well, this could be a match-winning shot. There's room for another. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Look at the grimace on his face.
I
Bet that looked good in the air. Double 10. To be tied after 8. Fantastic shot. They're both averaging over 100. They're both doubling very, very well in this game. Has he left it just a little bit too late? Mario looks unflustered. 25's the play here, but never question an operation from an armchair. He knew best. He's 81 points away from a personal best on the European Tour for the second time this year.
Mario 81.
Maybe stipulating how well he's playing on stages this year.
To wrap it up. Well, that's not gone well, but Zavvelt's not on a finish. 79 left. He's going to go to the 13s. He is.
25.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
He may have cost himself a dart at a double. That's the thing.
Let's see if it makes a difference.
56.
If he takes it out, it makes no difference.
Tops.
Thank you. Guys, please, best of order.
The Belgian line up tops. And pinning it. And that is a brilliant display from Mario van der Behard. It puts a big dent in Niels Zonneveld's aspirations of reaching the match play for the first time.
Bags load of encouragement now to really take this one by the scruff of the neck. Shame about the first dart. How can he tidy things up?
92.
Well, that leaves him very much in pole position.
It's already the exasperation, the sort of waving of the hands around and shaking their head. We're only in the second leg, Richie.
60. Kimiakwa 92.
Double 16. Steps across, changes the angle. Finds the double, 15 darter, break of throw, 2-0 lead. It is all Kim Hybrex in this game at the minute.
Chance here though for Edhuis, should get over the line from here.
Always worth checking.
92.
It's down to 72. Even that is indicative of a guy who's not thinking clearly. Richie Edhuis through all last year, he knew exactly what was going on. He had his plan, he was executing it.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I think that is a concern as well, and so too is that loose first start. And again, he's making heavy weather of this one as well, and just as well that Hybrex is on 2-3-1. Any more messing around from Edhuis, and I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if Hybrex nicked this one. Big visit here, ton 40, interesting.
140, Richie Carl 32.
And this is where Edhuis really has to watch his step. You just see the confidence draining away after that first start. He's well inside on that second attempt, and he's not got a lot of room to work with here either. Oh, but he's found a way through. My goodness me. Really needed that one.
It's Kim to throw first.
To give himself that oomph, that lift that he needs. Another one of those though, another 180 here. Well, a 140 gets the reaction anyway, didn't need the 180 for the reaction. Edhuis just starting to improve a little bit now as well. Not a coincidence at all that it has turned around slightly.
A positive reaction from Richie for the first time in this game.
76.
Bit of a fist bump there as he leaves himself the 92. This for a level game, double 16. Much better. There's the European champion. He's let this advantage slip. Oh, shocker.
81.
Well, that is where he really just had to impose himself in some way. Okay, he's down to 89, and the 167 ain't happening here for Richie Edhuis.
60.
This time,
89.
it may well be Kim Hybrecht's turn to get away with it. 89 points away. Single 20, one shot at the bullseye.
64.
And is that the last dart he throws this weekend? It could well be.
Needs 2 perfect darts here. He's got one of them. Single 18. Double 16. Richie Edhuis has gone next door. The European champion has missed the match dart, and Kim Hybrechts has a chance to level it up and have the darts in the deciding leg. Edhuis just hit it. Hybrechts hits it as well. We're going the distance.
Terrific reaction from Kim Hybrechts. What a snarl and a half that was.
Just 9 points.
Hybrechts down to a finish, albeit a very, very big one.
134.
But he did find double 19 earlier. Couldn't find the double 20 to back it up. Will he get a shot at double 19 here? He may well do. Oh. Opportunity goes for now.
98. Richie 112.
Again, a one treble combo. He couldn't take it out in the last leg. Treble 19 will leave the ball. And he's gone next door as well. Messy stuff. And it might be the end for Richie Edhuis. It might be another first round exit on the Euro Tour for him.
Kim Hybrechts, that's the easy part. Edhuis has missed a match start already. Hybrechts has 2 match starts incoming here at double 20 for a 6-5 win. The first one is north of the wire, and the second one is south of the wire. And Hybrechts now reliant on mistakes from Richie Edhuis.
68. That leaves 8. Double 4 for Richie Edhuis. He's missed 1 for the match. He's survived 2 for the match. He was 3-0 down in this one. Double 2. And the European champion has missed 3, and he can turn around and blame the whistling. But he has had his chances, he has not taken them.
3 match starts squandered by Richie Edhuis. Not happy with the crowd whistling there. Yep, fingers in the mouth there from Edhuis. He knows what he feels that was the problem, but maybe it was a case of Edhuis being the architect of his own downfall as well, you have to say. But Kim Hybrechts still has to step up to the plate and take care of business here. Double 10 for a place in the second round. He's gone way off, and he's busted his score. Absolutely astonishing.
And I bet you the fans aren't going to give him an easier ride now, are they? Double 1. A ridiculous end to a ridiculous game. Edhuis whistles back at the crowd. And Kim Hybrechts, 3-0 up, is beaten. There's some words at the end. All sorts of silly nonsense going on there.
So he might just go between the two over the next few years, and you can make a decent living doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I've just noticed as well over the last 2 or 3 years doing this, there is a growing number of players who have been successful in reclaiming or regaining a tour card, having lost it, almost like yo-yo players, if you like.
Yeah, Zavvelt used to be like that. Now he's a mainstay.
50.
Sedlacek as well, to some extent, has done that as well, and Yeah, it's becoming increasingly prominent, whereby players who've got that experience of playing on tour, they lose their card, but they know what it's all about in terms of getting through Q School as well.
That's unfortunate for Andrew.
8. Jeffrey requires
Banadans
66.
could create a bit more volume here. He's got what look like family members in the crowd. They look nervous. Double 16.
Yeah, shot second.
They're not feeling as nervous because of that. Look at the joy on their faces. Grace the Oki, I'm sure he's fancying his chances of making the Sunday.
More points on the floor there for Gilding, by the way. Banadans stepping in with a 140 to get down to another ton finish. And yeah, this might well make up for the missed opportunity that he had in leg 3. If he can steal the break in leg 5, Gilding all over the shop in this one.
Andrew's first start in this match has been too low. He needs to fix that soon. He's giving Jeffrey too many opportunities.
Now, does he go tops this time? Yes, he does. That's the first part of the equation. Can't find the second.
Tell you what he nearly did there. He nearly propped that second dart up. Just needed to be a little bit more powerful.
Treble 15 for tops. Can't find it. Banadans will return for double 10.
45. Jeffrey required 20.
One of these people is under a little bit of rankings pressure. One of them is under none of it. But any pressure he's put on himself is told.
I'll be tempted to bust this. Yeah. Oh, well, no, he didn't.
And you require 60.
Left himself, shall we say, limited options, or more limited options, I should say, if he returns. Maybe he feels it's a long shot. Gilding, double 10.
Cash on the 5th leg,
Well,
Andrew Gilding. 6th leg, Jeffrey to throw first. Game.
Who should get down to a finish first. Excellent first start. Loads of room either side. Loads of room for one more. Oh, and he's found it as well. What a response from Jeffrey Banadans just when he needed it most. Treble 20s aplenty. And Gilding fighting for his life once again.
And look at the exhale from Jeffrey as soon as he hits the max. Big puff of the cheeks as if to say, I know that I'm only 52 points away from tomorrow now.
Started off with a 14 darter, could well finish with a 14 darter. Double 16 for Jeffrey Banadans, who has finished well in the main today, and he's finished well, and he's finished with a huge celebration for good measure to wrap up what is a very eye-catching performance and a very eye-catching result as well. He's beaten the former UK Open champion Andrew Gilding by 6 legs to 2.
I think he's just enjoying being back on the tour. And he'll enjoy that.
If you needed a little bit of evidence as to the talent that Max still has, that 180 proves it. And even though it's backed up by Woody, it's still 2 visits to take a lead.
For an 11 dart start. $12 darts will do. Little wink to the camera from the maximizer. Yeah, really did make some big strides very, very quickly. Did at the PDC World Championship.
94.
Younger than Luke Littler did.
Here we go again. And it's number 6 in the game. And Max is 4th. His first 9 is right there where you want it to be, 120 plus.
Maybe the maximizer storm is beginning to brew again. It's Woodhouse, this is a tricky shot. Ooh, that looks quite inviting. Oh, it's a beauty. Double 10. Oh, what an effort. What an effort from Luke Woodhouse.
Actually required 28.
That clipped a little bit of wire. So did that. Double 7 is trickier. Not tricky. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I don't want to go all new age, but his aura's not great. I like that dart, though.
96.
Interesting play. 65 left, 1 dart. Trying to nestle it in with the second one for double 4.
60.
And there's a little bit of evidence as to the stubbornness on the treble 20 that Max Hopp has had his entire career.
Misses the big number. 35 left. I mean, that leaves double 16. And it does go in. So it's 5-3. That, even that dart in the 3, he should be nowhere near there. If anything, he should be missing on the other side. Because you can strain to the 19, it's fine, it leaves double 8. You strain to the 17, you leave double 9. That's a bad miss.
114.
Were they the Allen Key ones?
Correct.
They were. Put them in that morning or that weekend, I think.
Why didn't he keep them in then?
80.
It is doing his nutting. He's had probably 120 points on the floor, which would make a big difference to this leg, but maybe not a big difference to this game. Because that leaves double 6 for the match. And Max Hopp has missed 1 for the match, but he will get more.
He threw 1 dart earlier in this leg. He flung it away, and it went into the 1. 1 dart on the floor. He's probably lost close to 100 points for various reasons, but it might not make any difference now.
It's double 6 again.
No score.
Couldn't get past it.
He had to go right and over the top. I think he was in the wrong position for darts 2 and 3. And Woodhouse, miraculously, is still in this game.
Can he find a treble? He went looking for the 14s. I thought staying on the treble 20, although you've just seen there he couldn't deflect into it anyway. So Max Hopp back at this double 6. It has not been his friend in the last few legs. And that's no help. It's probably a good job that stayed out. And he does eventually pin double 6. Max Hopp wraps up the afternoon session. He is a winner on the Euro Tour as a tour card holder for the first time in 3 years.